across the country. So, we've got a PPT. So, our incidents and what we did, what we are doing, is summarized in the PPT that I'm going to share with you. In the first place, like my chairman mentioned, I would also want to express our sincere regret to all of you in here and through you to the people of Zambia for this incident. We, as Sino mentors, are not making excuses about it. We're taking full responsibility because we equally feel had we done something differently, this could have been avoided. So, Sino mentors, as all of you know, we are a mining company based in Chambishi, and we are part of the larger group of the CNMC mining assets in Zambia, which includes NFCS, CCS, Wansha Mine, and ZCCZ. Thank you. So, on the 18th of February 2025, we experienced an unfortunate event where a portion of our tailing dam wall collapsed in TG15. Now, just to put you in the clear, TG15 is a complex of 7 storage ponds. So it runs from A up to G. So the one that collapsed was F. At the time, that is the one that we were filling in. So it happened around the 13 hours. We were immediately notified, and we also did some preliminary investigations, which to us as laymen, we were able to speculate and conclude that the cause of this incident could have been some mechanical damage in the HDP membrane that is used to prevent seepage of the acidic solution in the tailings dam. So we are thinking, or rather we concluded from our layman investigation, that this seepage got into the embankment that is made of compacted laterite and waste rock, and because it's acid, it's acidic, naturally it reached the wall. And we want to suspect this could have happened over a period of time, of course without detecting it, and then eventually this wall gave in. This also, we feel, could have been compounded by the heavy rains that were enjoyed by, I think, Copperbelt in general in the first half of February. So this resulted in having a very big volume of water in the tailings dam, and then also given the situation that the dam wall could have been eaten at one portion, the result was that the wall collapsed. So in order to be very clear of what could have happened, because it is very important to us, not only to the regulators, but very important to us, and I think all interested parties and stakeholders, that we are very clear what could have led to this incident. So we immediately hired a third party, a competent third party, to conduct a thorough investigation so that we can be clear of the circumstances that led to this incident. This investigation has reached, as we speak, at a very, very advanced stage. The next 1 week, we could have the report, which we are going to make available to all interested parties, all interested stakeholders, regulatory agents, and everybody who would care to understand what could have led to this, because it will be very important. It's going to help us to put in measures that are going to ensure that we do not have a repeat of a similar instance. So after this happened, one of our vigilant dam war attendants noticed this abnormal discharge and immediately noticed management, and management swung into immediate action. First thing we did was to stop production, because production generates tailings. Now that the dam had failed, we had to stop because we could not continue generating. We had no storage facility. Then, at the same time, we notified government statutory agencies like Mine Safety Department, ZIMA, WOMA, the council. Also looking at the magnitude of the problem, we extended a notice to Zambia Police, Office of the President, the mining companies around Sino, NFCA, CCS, Ghana Water as well, because the flow made us be sure that this could not be contained within our pollution control dams. So these departments, especially Mine Safety, ZEMA, and WOMA, played a very pivotal role in quickly arresting the situation, because no sooner had we informed them that they became available. So they formed part of the team that handled that emergency situation, firstly to arrest and stop the discharge, and then mitigate on what had escaped into the environment. And then we quickly set up teams. The first team was to stop the discharge, and we also set up a team that will send ahead of the discharge to our pollution control dam that is shared between ourselves, NFCA and the Chambishi methods, to go and put line so that as the discharge enters the TD 6, which is the pollution control dam, it could interact with the line and increase the pH and reduce the impact on the environment. So the team that was sent to stop this discharge was a 40-man team that comprised all our highly experienced earth-moving equipment operators and riggers. This team was supervised directly by our Chief Executive Officer, who was with this team and other senior members of management up to 3 a.m. in the morning when the discharge was arrested. The team was also supported by some 20 by 30-ton trucks of tipper trucks that were delivered in the Letrite and Westro. So once, as we were trying to arrest the discharge, at the same time we went into identifying strategic points other than just the inlet to TD6 where we could dose the line. On the first day, we had the 4 points, but the following day we had extended up to the outlet to T6, which is the pollution control dam, and this brought the number of lining points to 7. So what you are seeing on the picture, that is the line being dosed at those specific points. Our biggest task was to quickly restore the pH. So we knew there was definitely an escape of the heavy metals as well, but our biggest task was to arrest the pH. So by the 21st of February 2005, we had managed to bring the pH up to normal. Very early in the morning on that same day, we were notified we were actually instructed by Ghana Water and Sewerage Company to actually stop dosing the pH because it was already above 7. So this charge, its first point of contact after escaping the PCT was the immediate community around the wetlands, which is called Karusale. So these were significantly hit because in some cases the tails found themselves in people's homes. So we immediately engaged Zanis and our own staff to notify them not to access water from their shallow wells. And we immediately provided the water in water bowsers and also pure mineral water for drinking. We are also, because of our understanding that water is life, this is the reason why we quickly ensured that an alternative source of water was provided to the affected community. Of course, people suffered losses, and Sino Metals management didn't wait to be reminded that those that suffered losses needed to be compensated. Immediately, we engaged the office of the DACO through the district commissioner for Kalurushi to assemble a team, a multidisciplinary team, to move into the immediately affected community within the Kalurushi district to assess the damage to people's crops, the damage to the shallow wells, the damage to their maize fields, and other sources of livelihood. So this team has been on the ground the last 2 weeks. As we speak now, they are done with data collection. Now they are compiling the data and working out the compensation for each and every household. So as soon as this exercise is done, the company will not hesitate but quickly compensate. So DACO is not only looking at the compensation for the affected households, but also they are looking at the damage also to the environment. Because we are aware there is the Chambishi stream which got affected, and our people around there, that is their main source of water. So the reports that the DACO and team is going to give us is going to enable us to compensate the affected community and also allow us, or rather guide us in restoring the affected environment. So, further than the water that we provided to the immediate families, I think that was on the second day the third day, Sino mentors went out of this way. We provided foodstuffs in the form of meal, cooking oil, and also some small amount to the tune of 500 kwacha per household to help the affected families manage the basics. So this exercise was repeated again yesterday. This exercise is continuing today because not everyone was able to collect the foodstuffs yesterday. So water quality monitoring, this is an ongoing process. I also want to quickly mention that as we were living, at the same time we were also monitoring because we needed to track the movement in the pH of the water. So you can see down there, those are the results from different points from the 2nd of March all the way up to the 8th of March. These are not the only results. We've been doing this from the time that we suffered this instance. This monitoring was being done together with the ZEMA, together with WOMA, together with my safety department. I also wish to take this opportunity to thank this team because they went out of their way to provide officers who were with us 24 hours. They monitored with our staff in the day, they monitored with our staff in the night. They moved the next one. So, ongoing activities. Like I mentioned, we have discouraged this community to access water from the Chambishi stream. We discouraged them to access water from the shallow wells. So Sino mentors on a daily basis is providing mineral water to these households. We are providing each household with 2 packs of water in sachets per household, and then we run 2 water bowsers throughout the community to give them water for general household use. So, expanding to what we have done for Kamushi, I wish to inform you that we have engaged the Office of the Provincial Agriculture Coordinator and the Office of the Provincial Fisheries and Livestock Coordinator to conduct the assessment of the impact of this instance on the community and also on the environment for compensation purposes and also for environmental restoration purposes. So this, the PACO and provincial fisheries, we will extend their assessment all the way up to Congo. So the environmental impact assessment, this is a very, very, very important task on our shelf. I wish to inform you that we are at the moment seeking a capable and competent company to undertake this exercise. And once this exercise is done, based on the recommendations from whoever will undertake this exercise, the company will immediately embark on restoring the environment. Like I mentioned before, water monitoring is an ongoing process. Let's move to the next. In conclusion, allow me to thank the government.